Craig showed Charlie his sewing room, and somehow she didn't end up pregnant, which is really weird. Speaking of weird, Charlie chose Justin over Craig. And the truest thing Austen said all season was, Andy, I'm f***ed in the head. Welcome to Showmance, guys, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth.
Dives as deep as the regret Venita has got to be feeling from another piss-poor season of big swings and face plants.
Cheers, queers.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers with your La Croix.
My La Croix. Cheers.
Clink.
Cheers. There's no alcohol in there. Is that a problem?
No, we don't.
Yeah, it is. It's weird for you. Sorry, we have a candle going down here because I think it was maybe Minnie. Actually, no, I'm going to go with Big Fat Foof.
It was Foof. Minnie was in the chair the whole time. Almost. I think she kind of was like
did a real stinker in the litter box.
Gigantic dump.
I find it was me. I'm sorry. Right? I had to go. Courtney was in there doing her makeup.
It was so stinky, but the stink is overridden by the fact that I'm so impressed that anything can have a bowel movement at 8:45 at night. Like that to me is just like, I don't know that world.
I can't believe that something so small can
have something so big.
Yeah.
The subscriber count is dropping so fast.
Sorry, man,
right
but
now.
like it was next level.
People
Okay,
are like,
well,
usually we like cat talk, but
Speaking of a shitstorm, where we last left the cast was taking a break, and Craigie was storming off and saying, I don't even know if I'm going to come back. And they've villainized vulnerability, which came from ChatGPT. And Craig, that was not a Craig original.
well,
yeah.
not to interrupt,
Please.
but thank you for welcoming me back. Everybody said welcome back, Mike, real
Oh,
quick.
sorry, I forgot you've been gone 2 shows in a row.
Not you. Wait, not 2. Was it been 2?
Well, yeah, it was a summer house and a southern.
Oh, but only one Southern Charm.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Welcome back, Mike.
I think thank you. Happy to be here. I think who Craig was saying you guys weaponized vulnerability to was the producers.
No, it's villainized vulnerability.
What did I say?
Weaponized. And
Oh,
that's
sure,
why I know
that
it's from
too.
ChatGPT, because ChatGPT loves alliteration.
Okay, well, I think he was saying that to the producers.
Yeah. But he did then.
Which is crazy. That's next level shit. That means like, I don't know, dude. That's
do you
to me. I don't know. Like saying that about the cast, like, oh, my friends villainize. Sorry, my friends villainize vulnerability. That's kind of hard to say. That's like, oh, okay, whatever. Someone's throwing a temper tantrum. But when you're calling the production, the producers, when you finally realize when you finally realize what the producer's job is,
It only took him 11 seasons.
yeah, then you're screwed. Like then you're screwed on both ends.
That sounds a lot. But I also, didn't he say it on the couches as well? No, was he on the couch and said it too?
Yeah, he kind of ended it with like, I don't know, maybe this isn't the thing, maybe this isn't the place for me anymore, or something. This isn't for me anymore, or something like that.
But I think he said it to I feel like he might have said it twice, like to the producers and on the couch to the cast.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, great. Good.
I think he said it into the backstage when he was taking his mic off and he's like, you guys villainize vulnerability. He was saying that, I think, to a producer, like saying it to the producer. And then we also was, I'm not coming back. Then later on the couch, we were back.
Yes.
And Andy, they were saying something, and Andy he said kind of to Andy, maybe this isn't the place for me. Maybe I'm not right for this anymore. Or maybe this isn't the place for me anymore. Something like that. And Andy proceeded to crap himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did look quite surprised.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think everyone did. Like, I think that everyone.
I don't think Whitner did. I think Whitner was like,
oh yeah, now I can step into the #1 guy in the group
I know.
spot.
my
You
mustache
can't,
is going to be
buddy.
front and center.
I left my, this time I did it on purpose, and I left it in last week's because I really just wanted it left for the record, because I just felt like I'd really kind of like overplayed Whitner. Like I personally find Whitner to be a bit of a snooze fest. And I just want to be clear that while he's got the better head on his shoulders of any other of the guys in the cast, like, because we were talking about who could replace Craig.
Yeah.
And I just want to be very clear that he could never replace Craig. He doesn't have the thing. He just doesn't have it. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't even like Craig. I think Craig's an idiot, but I also agree.
Yeah, it's just Whitner's. I don't know, and I also just think that like, because we saw it on one of the episodes at his house, and I think he even said it himself that he kind of has a temper, or I don't know if he freaks out, whatever it is, but I feel like I could see that slipping really easily, and there wouldn't be, and you'll all say like, oh, like Craig doesn't, yeah, but there's clearly something about Craig that like, it makes it okay. And I just don't think that Whitner has that make it all okay.
I don't either. I don't. I don't.
So, yeah.
So that whole thing happens. And then when we get back to the couch, it was pretty funny that Craig leaned over to Andy, I feel like not once, but twice, and said, I was perfect all season.
I know.
What? We call that perfect all season? Like, do we not remember the weird dress as your favorite author explosion that you had, party explosion that you had? And Andy kept like sidestepping the response of like, you were, man, and I'm so sorry, that stinks.
Yeah,
for you
he
because
never said any of it.
You weren't perfect all season, Craigie.
It was so funny.
It was weird. It was what it was. I've said it before that I feel like Craig is like that movie where you watch the bad guy who's like a kid in the neighborhood, and he can be good or he can go bad, and he goes bad, and then he makes his way up the bad guy ranks to like the leader of the bad guys, and then he has his fall, right? I think that's a story. Everybody at the top, you make it to the top, and eventually you fall. And I will probably say it a few times this episode. I'm seeing a reoccurring theme for me in Craig is I don't know if you can handle number one guy in the group, buddy. Like, I think that's too much pressure. I think he's cracking. And I think there's all these little moments of, I would have chosen you over my ex, and the blow up in the vans, and like this weird interaction with Andy. This was weird. And kind of stressy and like graspy. Like, he just seems to be kind of realizing that he's stumbling down the mountain and there's people waiting to take his spot. I don't know if there's anybody who can, but it seems that's the vibe I'm getting with Craig, is that a number one is falling from that spot.
It's just the timing of it. It's like I've talked about it a million times now. That year after the breakup.
Oh.
So if you imagine any of our years after our biggest breakups, like in retrospect, imagine
1 year, 5 years.
Yeah.
Who can say how long the healing takes?
Totally. But like the first year is by far the gnarliest. And imagine if you had to show up for work in a way that like was your life broadcasted, and all you wanted to do was like take back control of the night, like, and so you think you can do it. And like, you just can't do it. Like, it is the worst year ever. And this guy's got cameras on him, and he's obsessed with, because I remember when I was going through my divorce, I remember asking you, because you're like, well, my sister, because I was really insecure about like I think I was 29. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm divorced at 29. I cannot believe this. And I think you said something like, my sister got divorced around that time. And I was like, how long did it take for her to get remarried again? Like, all I wanted to do was get married again, which is like so ridiculous. Like, I'm not even dating anyone. And like, all I'm thinking about is asking you, how long did it take your sister to get remarried? And like, it was just such a stupid question. Yeah. But in that moment, it felt like the most important answer that I needed. And so isn't
it funny what we cling on to?
Yes, exactly. And like, so stupid and embarrassing to look back at.
It's not, though. It makes perfect sense.
Because that's how I look at him, is that just thinking that he had this bright idea that like, okay, by May, I just got to shake it off by May and like get out there, and then like I'm gonna get.
She's
in shape.
got a guy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get like, I think there's this girl that's coming on. She's so cute. Like, I've been checking her out on Instagram, whatever. I knew her from this thing. Like, I don't know. Just like I see him really thinking he's gonna be able to pull something off, and like you just can't. And I think about Craig watching this in 5 years from now and being like, oh my God, I remember that year. What an idiot I was, like, to think. Like, and I believe he'll be in such a greater place in several years from, and not even whatever about 5 years is. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think that
I do think it's going to take a minute, and because Paige had a boyfriend, literally, like, or, you know, was in something right after they broke up. I think he thought, like, well, how
I
far
can do
behind?
that too.
That's what I mean by, like, when he's saying, oh no, I'm gonna have a great season, and this girl Charlie's so cute, and I know her from the pageant, and like Paige already has someone, so clearly I'll be able to find someone so quickly.
Yeah.
One thing I do wonder is he's going through a breakup. Yes, publicly, I do think he was deeply in love with Paige, but he's got money, and like a real company, and there's just something to be said for listen, money is not solving all of your problems, but like it helps. Yeah. Because I remember when I went through the worst breakup of my life, which was many, many moons ago. And I just was like, wow, this is so awful because I can't even afford to just like, let's just get out of town for the weekend, blow some steam off, have a nice time in Palm Springs, or I just want a massage. Like I was waiting tables. Yeah. None of that was in the cards for me. So I do wonder, I know heartbreak is heartbreak, and it still sucks. But like I'm watching Beverly Hills right now, and obviously Rachel Zoe is going through her public divorce with her ex-husband Roger. And yeah, she's still really sad, but like the fact that she can just like hop on a plane to the Hamptons and go shopping all day with girlfriends and go to fun dinners and get in wherever you want. And then you're in Italy filming this show, making money hand over fist, again, shopping. I could walk in a store and watch my friend buy something, but I couldn't. And I just wonder how much pain that alleviates. And I know that seems like a very vapid.
It doesn't, but I was thinking about it, that same thing, but the opposite of like him being a dude. And I almost think it could, listen, it's not going to be any more frustrating, but I think that there could be another level of frustration level in a whole different way. Like you thinking you can buy your way out of this. Yeah.
Yes. So I have thought that before. So
like that problem.
If anyone has been or is rich and has gone through a breakup that's been really bad, let us know.
Or had one poor breakup and one rich breakup.
Yeah, that would really be great. We've only all had poor breakups. So
like there's something about like with Rachel Zoe, like there is something about having kids and having a whole family. Like I don't know. Like it's not like I think it would make things easier, but I do think like you've got such a bigger picture of like the important things. Like you're holding your family close, and like you have to focus on them. You've got to like keep it cool. Like where when you've got nothing, you have like no reason to not just fall apart every day, all day. You know?
But you know, I would far rather go through a breakup with no children than with children.
Oh, totally.
Because I think like that
for
seems
them,
like
even if just for them, you know,
even if of 100% just for the kids. But then if I'm just talking about like the person that was in the relationship, not the kid, I just couldn't imagine, like, I know this sounds so stupid, but we only all have cats here. Like I couldn't imagine taking all 4 of my turkeys and handing them over to someone else. Yeah. Every week,
my God.
Every other holiday. Like they are the joy of my life, present company excluded. And I'm just talking single person, no kids. You've got money, you've got some success. Like, does that help at all? Or because I just imagine it might help a little. I don't know. The poor breakup is the worst of all time.
Totally. I was just really speaking, I think, for men, of just thinking like that they could just like, I met this girl this weekend. I'm gonna go to Aspen this weekend. I'm just gonna fly her here, and we're gonna go out here and go out there. But it's just like, this ain't it. Like this conversation is forced. This is not. I don't feel the thing, and like you're just thinking about the other person, almost kind of looking around the restaurant to see if like maybe they're here in Aspen, not where anyone lives, and like
or someone in Aspen that gives me the Zaza Zoo that my ex did. Yeah, and I also think because women are very good at like let's dive in, leave no stone unturned.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all of it till there's nothing left to talk about. And then let's talk about it some more. Let's get in therapy. I need a therapist for my therapy. Like,
Yeah.
and I think guys sometimes, at least straight dudes, can maybe want to sidestep that.
Yeah.
And if you've got a lot of money, that's a very easy way to sidestep it. But there, you will have to face the music at some point.
Yeah.
So.
But for women, definitely have some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of women, our next package is about Venita. And I will say watching this package back was painful. Like
It's painful, but also like affirming. Like,
Sure.
we got it all right. We were not too hard on her. She just fumbled the ball so hard, left, right, and center. All the reasons that she said she did everything is not why she really did them. Like, it was just so obvious. And I was
what
just
package?
just like going back and watching like Venita's sort of whole season.
Her
of
storyline this season. You know how they'll like play their package to be like, oh, this is what happened in Venita's neck of the woods this season. I think I was so shocked, even with how I feel about Venita this season, when they were talking about like, because they very quickly get into the Craig and her beef.
Yeah.
And when she said, I just thought it seemed like Craig was out there just like enjoying this breakup. And listen, you could hate Craig and the floor he stands on and the shirt on his back and everything around him. But there's just no way that anyone could have looked at this guy who just got dumped by, at least this point in his life, the love of his life.
Yeah.
And he's been so vocal about wanting to marry her. Whether he bought the ring or not is irrelevant. He loved this chick and wanted to be with her. That, it makes me feel like, you know how you were saying with Sierra, like sometimes she'll do something that makes you feel like maybe she hasn't had this like very long-term relationship because of just like the way she'll interject sometimes with Kyle and Amanda. I feel like maybe Venita hasn't had this deep heartbreak because there's just no, even if you hated this person so much, you have to be able to see this dude was in pain.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think Craig enjoyed the breakup. I'm not saying that. I think that he probably was kind of sad about it.
Kinda?
I think that he was, I'm being facetious. I think that Craig is also weird when he's weird and uncomfortable. And I think he probably grins a little too much and probably laughs when he's uncomfortable. So there were many times, and I didn't think about it until they showed Venita on Vile Files. And I remember thinking back then, like, I agree. I'm with her. Like, if he doesn't know about the cheating, he should stop answering like he does. He was answering like he did. So was Austen. Like they were playing the little game. What?
So was Shep.
Shep. All of them were.
Yeah.
And Craig was kind of grinning through the whole. Craig was kind of grinning through the whole thing. I'm not saying he wasn't sad. I think he was. I'm not saying he didn't love her. I think he did. But there were, if you didn't know that for sure, there were moments where I was like, dude, you seem to be having a good time with this. I didn't think of it as she put it, right? I didn't think like, oh, he's having fun with his breakup. But it didn't seem like he was mega sad about it at times. And when he was on Watch What Happens Live, like I was on Venita's side at that moment. Obviously not now.
How embarrassing.
I think a lot of people could have seen that. And whether it was him being nervous and just like grinning through an explanation and not understanding that, I think a lot of people could see how or mistake that emotion or that feeling for Craig not really giving that big of a shit about it.
Yeah, but like if you've watched
or at least
show,
showing that he's not going to give a shit about it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I feel like sometimes people will be at a funeral and they'll start laughing, right?
Yeah.
Like your emotions can manifest themselves in a way that like you didn't expect it to come out, you know? Like that, we reference this episode all the time when I like started hysterically crying basically over West and Sierra.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
later in the episode, I just was laughing my tits off and couldn't even finish reading the comments because something like when you're experiencing big emotions, I think things can just come out differently than you expect. It's almost like a reflex. You're not even trying. And I think that, I'm not saying that was Craig's reflex, his response. I just think when you're in that year one of the breakup, it's like, you know, when someone dies for the first, for that week after someone, in my opinion, crosses over, you're not on terra firma. It's almost like you're floating. It's like you're driving somewhere, but are you driving? Like everything just feels, you are not in this matrix reality. You're just not. And I feel like a breakup can be very similar, where you're just in a different, almost like the underwater sounds and movement and all that stuff. And I just think you'd have to be, I don't want to say an idiot, because I don't think Venita's an idiot, but like, I guess I'm saying it in a hyperbolic way. Like, you'd have to be an idiot not to realize that this dude is brokenhearted. So if he says something and sounds like an idiot, that's why. If he's trying to come off like a cool guy and he's really not the cool guy, he's the nerdy guy that likes to bee farm, this is why, because he's so brokenhearted and just doesn't know which end is up right now.
Yeah, but she's not an idiot because she thinks that he's actually having a good time. She's clocking what I'm clocking. We both know it's not real. She's just needs the storyline. Her deal is, I'm gonna with Craig. Like, I'm going after Craig.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mine by going out. I can't get with him. If you can't beat him, join him. If you can't join him, beat him. No, that's coined right here. I just came up with that.
Jen O'Toole.
Yeah,
Genius
exactly.
stuff.
Totally genius. So like she's like, that's her ticket, you know, that's her gravy train. So she's going to do a little bit of what Craig does. Like we've talked about before, that Craig kind of reads between the lines. You'll be like, oh, Craig, this, that, and the other thing happened. Oh, well, what'd she say? Well, she said this, that, and the other. And Craig will be like, I know what she meant. And when Craig goes and tells you what happened, Craig's telling you what he knows what really went down. Okay, Craig, that's not what happened though. No, but it is. They're not honest about it. Like that's how Craig thinks. Venita tries those same tactics sometimes, a lot of times, and she's doing it with Craig. Like Craig was obviously sad. He wasn't having a good time, but because he's weird and quirky and smiled and said like, "Oh, you're gonna have to ask her," or "I don't know, there's a pic. Oh, you never do. What did you do? I didn't." Like she's taking that and National Enquiring it. She's taking a little grin and being like, "I don't know, man. You look like you're having a pretty good time to me."
I just don't appreciate that when someone's going through a breakup. I feel like there's certain things that
but
I'm
it's not
just like,
stupid. It's.
I didn't say she was stupid.
Mean.
I'm saying
well,
she's
you're
stupid.
like, she's got to be stupid to think.
No.
I
Literally said, I'm not saying she's an idiot because she's not. I'm just saying it in a hyperbolic way. Like, what person is sitting there thinking that they're enjoying getting their heart broken? Yeah. And I get that she didn't. From your explanation, you're saying she didn't mean it the way she said it. But I just think that then that's a pattern with Venita, because we get into the next section where they're talking about the Craig Salley stuff. And her literal words were, it wasn't either or. She didn't have to choose. And I'm like, what? That's news to me, because all season you were saying to Salley, basically, it's her or him. Like, I'm not going to don't come to me when he breaks your heart. Like, you didn't maybe say like, you have to choose between Craig and I, but it was everything you said was coded in that sentiment. Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy. It is like, I think you're giving her an option of like, this is what it could be, which could totally be an option for so many other circumstances. But in this specific one, Venita just time and time again makes the wrong decisions. She makes the wrong choices. She has horrible instincts. She thinks that something's going to play. It never does. This is like, I don't know how many seasons she's been doing this for now. It's back to back to back to back. I cannot remember the last time that Venita gave a good word of advice to someone, made a play that made any sense, that looked like she really understood the big picture of something. Like there is, for me, knowing who Venita is, there is no other choice but you went after Craig because you were trying to capitalize on his crisis, because you don't have anything else of your own. And you also thought you're going to get in, you're going to be the girl's girl. You're going to side with Sarah and Paige. And like, I'm sorry that like, I know that her and Sarah have kind of a relationship, but like I still to this day, like, I don't think Paige really has one with her. Like, I don't think that exists. I think that she was trying to make something happen that like never materialized. And then with the stuff with Salley, she thought that was going to play too, because like so many people have been in that, well, don't come crying to me. Like, it is a classic bit. Don't come crying to me. Yeah. But like, it did not fit this. It just didn't play. It didn't play. Like, if that's your friend, that doesn't play. Like, nobody's felt like, oh, a best friend who like, I love that Madison was like, you guys throw this shit around so much.
That's right.
Then you got to have empathy for your best friend. You got to be there for your best friend. That's what being a best friend is watching your best friend make a bunch of horrible decisions and still being there to let her cry on your shoulder. Like that's the gig of best friendhood.
Yes. And if you got it wrong and your best friend really did end up with this guy and it was great and he wasn't the person that you thought him to be, then like, I'm going to help you plan the bachelorette party and the shower and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you're there to celebrate the wins, whether you were right or wrong about the situation, and you're there to pick up the pieces.
Yeah. And
whether you were right or wrong.
And you can hold on to the I told you so. Like, but you can't have the I told you so and the don't call me and the he's gonna dog walk you, and like, you can't have it all. You gotta pick one. And otherwise you just seem like a real asshole.
And then now it seems a bit revisionist for her to sit here and say like, I didn't say either or, and I miss you, and it's like you change. I just get a bit of whiplash with her. It's like I'm not finding the through line. It just feels fractured authentic all the time.
It feels very obvious that all she really truly cared about, like, because obviously we'll get into that whole conversation, but like, after all the reveals of just like things that we didn't know about, with like you won't take a photo with me, that kind of thing. Like, it all is just so clear to me that she never gave a shit about what Salley may or may not have to go through, what kind of pain Salley may have to take in. It was all about, I hate this guy. I'm hurt by this guy because he said on national television he doesn't want to be my friend anymore, even though I made the choice to
gun for him,
to go for him. Yeah, I literally made the choice, and it was, I thought I was being strategic, and you were being strategic, but it was a failed strategy, and now it has blown up in your face, and you're worried, and now you have to pay for it, and you want her to pay for it. You want Salley to now listen to everything you're saying and don't talk. You want to use Salley to be a dagger to Craig. You want to be able to tell him goodbye, and then for Salley to do it, and that'll be your inadvertent way of like, yeah, Craig, take that, I won. And like, the way that you know that is because I don't know, maybe I've missed it, but to my recollection, Venita never once said, you like Austen? This guy is a notorious
toxic bachelor.
Yeah, like the like epitome of like, do not date this
Talk
man.
about walking someone like a dog.
Exactly.
That's Austen.
Exactly.
You hate Craig. Craig is not like that in dating.
No.
At least what we've been shown and what we've been shown about Austen.
Honestly, he's the polar opposite of that. He is like, your biggest concern would be what she should have said if she wanted to have, if she cared about anything. It would not be that this guy's going to dog walk you and love you and leave you and use you until he's done with you. Like, anyone in the world, again, and what you said, you can hate him, you can hate this, you can be annoyed by him, you can think he's the worst guy, the liar, the this, that. It doesn't matter. He is not going to dog walk you and love you and leave you. That's just, he's like incapable of it. Correct. It's actually probably a little embarrassing sometimes. That's right. Like how
his
horrible
game
he
is a little bad in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah. The you can kiss me thing, like horrible game. Horrible. Like, but this guy's not trying to play you. Yeah. The biggest problem is he might not like you. And he doesn't hook up with people, or he doesn't even date people that he literally can't see like a possible white dress later down the road. And like, that could be hurtful too. And that one thing I just want to say about like this whole, I want to say that this entire reunion showed me that, like, because I had my whole conspiracy of like why Salley did what she did this last time. And there's still parts of it that I'm here for, but like, I think that what became more evident to me than anything is that Salley is in love with Craig. And I think that it really hurts her that he doesn't love her back. She's so affected by this guy. And I'm thinking that she's going so hard for Austen because she now is like my thing was that she just wants a showmance and she'll just like take and also just wants to be with someone and like all the things. But really, I think that she is devastated about Craig. And I think she is so bummed that he does not like her back. I think that text that she sent Charlie really was an honest text. Her saying, I hate that I'm still into this guy. This is such a bummer. Like, I hate that I'm so into him.
Yeah.
And like everything now, I think is when she pitches up Austen and says all these wonderful things about Austen and Austen and all, I think that what Salley doesn't care about is how she comes off to people. She doesn't care about people talking shit. She doesn't care about a bad fan reaction, a bad like audience take of her, what she might look like pathetic. What she doesn't want anyone to know is that she fell in love with Craig Conover, and she's still a little bit like I think that it just, if you go back and watch like the looks that she would give him, like whenever he would say anything, she's so affected by this guy, and I think it drives her crazy, and she is embarrassed and humiliated that like her friend basically came in here, took him right from underneath, even though she never had him, and doesn't even care about him, and is and has another showmance of her own on another show now, like in no time with no work put in, with no nothing. Like I think that was my biggest takeaway from this, is that Salley fell hardcore for a guy, and she's a little devastated about it, and now is doing everything to shift the attention off of that, and is like Austen, because nobody lets a guy. First of all, nobody thinks a guy like Austen is a catch, and nobody lets someone like Austen talk to them the way that Austen talked to her this last thing.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
But I just mean from what he said to her this last
because they don't talk about it.
They don't talk really more about it. Like you don't have an opening line of, which was disgusting. I'm not even going to repeat it, but like that opening line where Rod's like, "What is that? I thought that was steak. It looks like gyro or gyro or something. Isn't it hero?"
It definitely was wrong.
And then she says something disgusting, which if you saw it, you saw it. But like, you don't say that after he just dog walked you in front of America last episode. So there's something about that. There's something weird. She's comfortable with him shoving all the attention to him and off of what she's really feeling, which is she's in love with Craig Conover.
She posted something on her, I feel like it was on her Instagram page, of like pretending to be a bar rat. Mm-hmm. And listen, I get it. Like, make a joke of things and take the narrative or like the power back, whatever. If a man, if a chick, if anyone, but specifically a man that I was/am intimately involved with, called me a bar rat, a club rat,
running the streets, I would body count.
You would be bailing me. You would be hawking all of this equipment to get me bail.
That's what I'm saying.
I would never let someone disrespect me like that.
Nope.
And we're at the part where Venita then apologizes to Salley, and because Salley does kind of lick the boot that kicks her, or that's how she's been acting this season, which I would have never gotten from her last season. This is a very different showing of her.
Yeah.
Like, there were definitely threads that boy crazy and very sexually open and all that kind of stuff, which I love both things.
Yeah.
It's more of her application that I disagree with. When Venita apologized to her, it just like, great, fine, make up, but I just don't understand how it didn't dawn on Venita. You've had to apologize to Molly profusely. You're now apologizing to Salley all the time. You just apologized to Craig. Craig apologized to you. It's nice to have those moments, but like the commonality or like the common thread here is you, Venita. Like, you just stop. You're playing it up for the camera so much that it's like, when I was in theater school, there would be a note where the teacher's like, "You're playing this scene for the audience. Stop.
Yeah.
Just be in the scene.
Yeah.
Don't act it for them, be in it here.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what she's doing. Like she's like playing for the audience. She's trying to find the storyline. And if you just were in the story, if you were just existing with everyone, I think you would find something. I think like she's got enough there. It's why I kept going back to like mid-season, maybe even longer, being like, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, because I wanted to like her so much this season. And it's like cumulatively now we just keep getting that same bottom of the barrel, just trying to drum up a storyline, and it never reads as true, and it feels like you're wasting my time. And I get it. One could say you're watching these TV shows, you're wasting your time yourself, Courtney. But
no. She really, I've just never seen someone make so many wrong turns. And you and I both always say that like we're so horrible geographically that if it is like I don't know if I go right or left here, we will always left, and it's wrong every time. Like if left is an option, I'm going it, and it's never right.
Yeah.
That's how she is in literally every avenue of what she has shown us with every decision she makes, every guy she goes for, every friendship she is in, every thing she decides to repeat or not, every podcast she goes, every story, dating Carl, which is not, she didn't really even date him. Like I just wanted to like, and this sucks because I'm going to say this and they're going to be like, people are going to be like, oh, it's now Sierra and Venita. But like, I don't think that, I don't know when the last time Venita's been in a real relationship that like really was a real partnership that she had any kind of like longevity with, that like understands like just like how the days start and finish for long stretches of time. And like, I know that she was with that guy that ended up moving to New York who like I thought was definitely gay. Like he seemed definitely gay. I don't know. Like
maybe could be possibly 100% is gay.
Like possibly is 100% gay. But like she started dating JT like 5 seconds after that. And then like I was thinking like at the time that it was happening.
It feels like she's, sorry to interrupt you, but like when she says dating, it's the same way they throw around best friend.
That's exactly
like dating. JT, according to JT, which I'm not saying he's an like Bible truth or not religious, but you know what I'm saying. Like he said he had a girlfriend the entire time.
Yeah.
So how can he have a girlfriend but be dating you? How could you have been dating Carl and then him say like, oh, but like there's distance, but you haven't heard it from him. Like if you were dating, you probably would have heard it from him.
That. And also you would have had a kiss. You would have had one single kiss.
Right, like Venita, you're not Mormon.
Yeah,
like you're not
you're
dating
not
for
dating
a year and not having a
Carl.
kiss. Even if it's Carl. I'm sorry, I can't with the, like we were dating, but I'm so upset with him because he should have told me that to my face. Like, yes. If you were dating, but like if you guys just hung out a few times, and of course it's so nice for someone to be like, listen, this isn't where it's at for me and the distance and whatever, but like, I don't think it was that deep. And she does this with everyone. Like even Craig said, Venita, we're not friends and we don't have to be friends. So like,
it's sad, but like you're such an asshole that it's like hard to feel bad for you at this point, but I used to too. Because
I used to really like be into her. And I just feel that she's not understanding that this is not a sustainable business model for reality TV. It just becomes it's like when you make a photocopy of a photocopy at a certain point, like what am I even looking at anymore?
Yeah. And I guess it is sustainable if you want to constantly be the thing that allows the rest of the cast to just dick off all season, because you are going to be constantly like rummaging a bunch of BS up and like it's letting everyone else call in sick. It's letting Molly completely pursue a singing career and a boyfriend that we don't she never has to even really introduce us to, because we don't need that story. You're fine, Molly. You can go do your thing, because Venita is going to drum up a bunch of crap that means nothing to no one, but it's going to last 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And like, if that's what you're down for, then great. But you shouldn't be.
No one should be.
No.
We deserve better.
What are you thinking, Mike?
Oh.
I'm thinking let's get off of Venita. I'm so tired of talking about Venita. I feel like after we did talk about Paige and Craig some more. That's how I feel about Venita at this point.
Well, we do
this
just
episode is called Bridge Burner. And it has Venita. I've already done the thumbnail, so lean in.
But there is.
I did. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Like I said, I got nothing. Like, I'm so done talking about Venita and how bored of her I am, but also how we've only talked about Venita this season. So I don't. The only thing I have to say is that I thought it was funny that she kept telling Craig, "Stop interrupting me. You always talk over people. You never let anybody finish." And then she would end that rant and not finish the thing that she got interrupted on.
And she got the least interruptions from him.
Yeah.
He really didn't ever interrupt her. I feel like one time he was like, and then she was like, don't you dare.
He's like, I'm just clearing my throat.
Yeah, I think like going back, I think there's a common theme in all these people is definitely Craig and Venita as well. Well, I don't know about Venita, but like Craig saying that he never talked about his relationship. I was the one that never talked about my relationship. Like, you 100% did talk about it.
When?
All the time. But what in Craig's head, what I think Craig thinks is if someone asks him about it and he talks about it, that's different than Craig talking about his relationship. So I think these people all just have their own truth. They have the truth that's in their head, and they know, no, this is what happened. Maybe it's not at all what happened, but it's what happened in their head. This is what happened in Venita's head. This is what happened in Craig's head and Sally's head and Charlie's head and everyone's in Austen's head and Shep's head. And that's what happened, and that's it. And there would be no convincing them otherwise. They're all kind of, no.
Listen, I have to ask you because I think that there are, I don't know if you know, but we have a lot of Craig stans in our audience. I think that you, not to quote Harris last night, but name him. Like, I don't think that he did. He
Not to quote Harris quoting Sutton.
Yeah. But like Harris does such a good Sutton that like now it's just Harris's.
That's right.
I think he talked, like there was one, I remember him going on Watch What Happens one time where he finally did answer questions, and it was
But that's all
in
she
the
was
season.
talking about. That's all Venita was talking about. She was talking about that one Watch What Happens live.
So that one time that she
Means that you're enjoying your breakup?
Yeah, that
that
you're
seems
enjoying
a
your breakup.
little outlandish. That's a stretch.
Okay. I mean, again, I remember hearing Craig talk about that breakup more than once on shows, on Watch What Happens live, on podcast, whatever. Not that he was out and about having a field day with it, but for him to say, I was the one not talking about it, again, insinuating that Paige was the one out talking about it. I don't recall hearing a peep from her, probably because she was trying to hide out with her new boyfriend and not get smashed for it.
Yeah.
But like, again, that's a Craig thing. I was the one that actually was not talking about it. Well, the way you worded that, again, makes it seem like Paige was the one out there blasting it all over the thing.
I took that as everyone else was talking about it, and he just wasn't. Like his whole cast was talking about it. Shep was Austen.
Summer House. Like it was everywhere.
It was everywhere. But
Definitely did not take it that way.
He took a long time to actually have a sit down. And then the second time that I ever heard him talk about it was when, at the very end of the season, when Shep and Austen came on Watch What Happens with him. And the first time that he did it, he did so well. We did a whole episode called, we named it, "Oh my God, how pissed is Paige?" after this interview, because he had nailed it so hard, and had never spoken about it other than that. I just, I don't know. I'm not letting Venita off the hook for any of this, because she just really proved in this reunion that all of this had nothing to do with like truly giving a shit about other people. It was all about herself.
If Venita picked a fight with Shep or Austen or Whitner, would you have let her
No,
off the
I
hook?
don't. I actually, this was my point. I was just going to say, I think actually the reason why you can't let it go with Venita is, yes, the Craig thing is the main event, but I think all of like the side dishes are just propping up your irritation towards her. So it's like, and then the shit you pulled with Salley, and the stuff that you pulled with JT, and the stuff that was with Naomi. It's like all of this is kind of like every piece of the puzzle is snapping together to just form this very annoying character on this show. And it might not be how she is in real life. It might just be like, this is my job. This is what I'm putting on TV to push storyline. I think this is what's effective. But it makes for an unsavory character, because we're at the tail end of her package where Venita and Salley are getting into it, and Venita, she constantly talks out of both sides of her mouth and doesn't
Oh my
realize that
God,
she's doing it.
yes.
So with Salley, Salley said, I feel that you're ashamed to be my friend
Which is
because
crazy.
you don't want to be in pictures with me and whatever. And Venita said, because like you don't understand like the DMs I get and like the things and the things that people say on social media. And I'm thinking to myself, 5 minutes ago, you just said you don't read any of it.
Exactly.
So how are you all of a sudden reading this and seeing all the stuff about, what do you have a mute? Like if Craig is mentioned in the comment, you don't read it, like it evaporates from your feed.
Yeah.
But like this stuff you see. So it just doesn't, the math never maths with her. It's always 1 + 1 = 3. And I'm sick of it. I've had it with this gobbledygook. Like if you're gonna be a shit stirrer, then be a good one. Be a Lisa Vanderpump shit stirrer. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, and just stop trying to act like your whole season has been based on you trying to tell all of us that you're this great friend and that you're just looking out for your friend and that this thing's gonna happen and she's choosing him over you and she's not listening to you and like what an asshole. And like everyone else on the other side of it is actually seeing, no, you're actually abandoning your like you're a grown woman with a grown woman friend who's going to do what she's going to do because this is this isn't just you guys are friends, this is also work. I'm sorry, but you have to acknowledge that like you're also at work. And so Salley thinks that she's got this shot to date a guy that I think that she did really fall in love with, but also it's a work thing too. Like there's just so much more involved with it than just like the regular, whatever. And so the viewers are all watching this and being like, let this bitch live, like, even though like, we know this is probably not like a match made, like this is embarrassing. Like you're acting like a high schooler that's like pissed at your best friend who's like, not going to come over and have a slumber party because she's going to go to the movies with this guy. I'm
literally, as you're saying this, I'm thinking like, let her run for president, even though she's going to get 2 votes.
Yeah,
Who cares? She wants to do it.
Yeah, let her get her name on the ballot.
And decorate some posters for her. Like, come on.
And so, like, as an audience, we're all watching you and thinking, like, this is so pathetic, and you're being an asshole, and even your own mom, basically, in so many words, called you an asshole about it. And like, you won't take a photo with her, like. You should be so lucky to take a photo with her, like because she thinks that we're all like, I don't know who's sending her these DMs saying that like, oh, I can't believe you're hanging out with this girl who's totally using you or isn't a good friend to you. Like, I've never heard that take, it's
ever.
Like,
and we are diving for deep,
diving
for
deep,
every take, and listening to other people's takes. It's like you're the one who was gunning for Salley.
Yeah.
Salley
you were
wanted
the
to
asshole.
still be best friends with you.
Yeah.
You just didn't want to do that because she was mixing it up with Craig.
Yeah, and your ego was too big for it. You wanted to win. All you wanted to do was win against a guy that you have already lost to at your own fault. You made a choice. You chose a strategy. It didn't work, and now you want Salley to pay for it. And it's like, how your whole argument is that you're a good friend, but fans are coming up to you guys on the street asking to take a photo, and you won't take a fan photo with Salley?
With your friend
with
who's
your
literally
friend
crying?
who you're such a good friend to? Like, get a life, Venita. Like,
And
this
you're
is
also
so
saying-
sad for you.
Yes, and you're sorry, I kept interrupting you, but it gets me so fired up.
Yeah, I know.
When she says like, "No, I miss you, and we are best friends," so like, then just take the picture with her. If you are, no, and also nobody cares. Like we're in World War III, nobody cares. Take a picture with her.
Yeah, you're listening to people DM you, and like, oh, now you're worried about what like people on social media are gonna think. Like it just is all so ass backwards to what you're claiming. You're claiming to be a good friend, thinking about all the important things in life, and I'm just trying to steer my best friend to get to where she needs to go. And like everything that you're doing is saying that all you care about is clicks and likes and what people are saying, even though you don't even read the clicks and likes and whatever. Like it's just. You need Jesus, Venita. Like something is like you're looking in all the wrong places for something. I don't know how does somebody with horrible instincts get rid of horrible instincts? Like I don't know. It's like I said, like how we talk about our going right and left. Yeah. Like how do you nurture instincts? How do you feed them protein and like hope for them to get better. I don't know. Like
I got my own protein
you got
problems
your own
on
problem,
but
yeah.
she can figure it out
But
on
like
her
maybe
own.
you need an actual life coach. Like, and I've never told anyone they need a life coach. Like I don't even know.
Therapist, someone in this milieu.
Yeah, but like I think coaching, because I literally think that at this point you need to be able to call someone with every deal that lands at your door. You need to call someone and ask them, what should I do about this? Because I don't think you're going to do the right thing.
But this is also why I actually think therapy, because I feel like there's a deep rooted issue that has been happening since she was a child. Like when she told the story, and my heart broke for her when she said like, because I do think that was the breaking point for her. Like that was the core memory that's really stuck with her.
Yeah.
When she said, I had this best friend in grammar school and she stopped talking to me one day and I never found out why. And I used to know someone that something similar, not used to, I knew someone that something similar had happened to her and it never went away for her. It was a very painful thing that she dealt with all the time. And I do think it played out in present day relationships for her. And I think that Venita, and I'm being totally serious.
Yeah.
Because I think Venita is, like, I think there's so much good there that she could figure out if she got a very good therapist.
Yeah.
Our next package is Salley. And, you know, we see Sally's journée. We start off by Andy asking her, you know, were you really into Craig? And she was like, his looks. I only liked him for his looks. And I just don't believe that.
That's the thing. You don't say that. Like you don't fire that off immediately. Like it was on the tip of your tongue. Like you were just waiting to say it. Like Craig is a guy that like, as much as you hate this guy, as much as you like, will hear your castmates talk about, oh, he always does this and he does that. And it's so annoying that he does this. Like for whatever reason, that's your guy. That's the guy that you wanted. Like you wanted that life. You got
chickens.
You got
and
chickens.
Everyone on the stage raised their hand that they thought you got those chickens so that you could be his chicken.
Yeah.
When Austen did, and she was like, dude, are you serious? We talked about this.
But like, how do you then go back and sleep with that dude? How do you let him in your bed after he has played you like a fool? Do you have no self-respect, my love?
You have only your self-respect is overshadowed by, because you are so obsessed with this thing that didn't work out and you're embarrassed about it and you're dealing with Charlie, who's still your best friend. So you're like, it's a constant reminder of the thing that like got away from you and you're not really sure how, and in the person whose lap it fell into didn't even want it. And like, I think that she is so much more concerned with trying to make everyone know I don't even like him. I only liked him because he was hot. He doesn't even have a good personality. I didn't even want, like, he's such a manipulator. Like she just goes for him so hard, but then the way she looks at him and like waits for a response about things is like she's hanging on his every word. But like that's why it's just I don't know how to articulate it, but I know that it's a natural thing. Like I'm sure. I can't even tell you when I've done something like this, but like I know that I have because the feeling is so familiar to me. But like I cannot recall an instance to tell you when I was this old, blah blah blah. Like I can't. I wish I could, but I am. The feeling is so familiar to me that it is so much more important to her to make everyone believe that she does not like this guy anymore. She does not want to be with this guy. She actually thinks he has nothing that she's ever wanted, and he's not even the guy she thought that he was,
Craig,
and whatever.
ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Girl,
but
no
even
one's
like
buying this.
like even the way that she took his apology in Mexico when she's like, I mean, you should have like come to my door with a coffee, and I don't want to fight with like. That she's not like that with other people. She's easy to call Venita out on, like, she's being immature. I'm not dealing with this anymore.
She's
but with
exactly like that. She was like that with Venita. She was like that with Charlie. She always does that, like, but I did fill in the blank with all of them. But I told you I liked him.
okay, well,
But
she's
Venita, I missed you.
you don't see that she's still totally in love with this dude?
I don't think so.
Oh man.
I think this is a case of I mean, I don't know what this is a case of. I'm starting to really like Salley, though.
I do. I love Salley.
I think that I called, like, you said a bunch of dumb stuff about Craig the last time I was here, and I was like, cool, so Craig's just a jester. And I'm starting to think that Sally's just a jester.
Oh, a jester. I thought you said adjuster. I'm like, what's a jester?
An insurance adjuster?
Yeah. Like, I think Sally's just here to party. Like, Sally's, I don't know. Sally's just here to party.
I want Salley to just be here to party, and I don't believe it.
I think that I don't know if this is the case, but this is what I think about could be the case. Is like, obviously we know, we've all heard of that, girls and guys, but like that are the fixers. Like, oh, I can fix him, I can fix her, right? And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And when you don't, sometimes you walk away going, that guy's a piece of shit. That guy, I can't believe everybody was right about him. Maybe it's a burnt ego, maybe it's whatever. But like, I think there's a mix of Salley thinking that she could have a spot as the wearing the queen's crown of the number one guy in the group, like that. Like I said, we talked about the Paige and Craig effect. I think that ruined everything. So now, like, Craig constantly has to deal with that, and girls are constantly going to be striving to be Mrs. Conover. I think Salley kind of knew Craig was.
Sorry, she just made a cute face.
Go on.
You're really begging for that spot.
Yeah, can I be more clear?
Don't be pissed off when he's screaming at you. I'm gonna Venita you right now. I don't know. I just think that. I don't know. I don't think she's in love with him.
I think that I'm going to say something right now, and maybe because I had a vodka soda, but I think I actually would love a story over the next, like, for them to build some kind of a friendship off of whatever
Salley and Craig,
whatever it is after this. I really like Salley, and it's literally goes against everything I've thought of her all year. I don't know what happened, but something it kind of laid itself on me, like something dawned on me with her. I would be quite happy if they formed some kind of a really solid new foundation after what's gone on. I hope she gets him one day. I think that he would be lucky to have her, and that she would be very loyal and a very good wife and very fun and supportive and all the things that a Charleston wife could be. Like, I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. And she could she could do something next season that blows that out. But right now, like, I have a feeling that, like, he's just not ready for anyone. But if she stays true blue, a good friend to him, and he's able to make his way out of this, like, murky, weird water, either she's just going to be as good of a friend to him as Madison is. That's worst case.
That's what I think. I think they will forge or can. I think it is on the menu. How about that? I don't know if he will order it, but having them forge this, like, deeper, real friendship, I think is on the menu. I do not think they will ever end up together. I think that she is someone who is this for good and bad, right? Like, she's super fun, she's lively, but like that whirling dervish kind of chaos monster that she is a little bit is very unnerving to someone like Craig.
It totally is.
And I don't think that his nervous system or his life that he wants to create for himself can at all exist with a partner like that, because just look at, and granted, the people that he's dated, it's not that he's gotten married to them, but he does have a type that is like much more calm and stable and and funny and strong. Like, Naomi's a super strong chick. Obviously, so is Paige. But I just don't think that energy that she has, which is beautiful and fun and quirky, that is not the key for his lock at all. That ain't the lid for his pot.
Yeah, I think that the evolution that they would both have to go through, it would truly take years. All I'm saying is that, like, it's sort of like a fairy tale kind of thing, to where, like, he didn't recognize her for what she could be to him, and she didn't get what she wanted immediately, and she likes immediate gratification. Like these two, the women that Craig is into, they all seem to get over him in a couple years. Like he doesn't seem to be able to hold on to the women that he is into for very long. So there's just like I said, it's very storybook, fairy tale, long term, but the evolution that these two both need to go through is very drastic. And I just think like what a world it would be if like I don't know, like it's just a random thing that just kind of dawned on me after watching this and thinking like for them to be able to be like, can you believe who we were 5 years ago? It's crazy. But like, I think that they would actually make a wonderful life together.
Listen, I think that when one thing I really do agree with Salley that she says about herself, like I do think when she is in a relationship, she is loyal and a great partner and all of those things. I just do not think she would ever make a great partner for Craig. The other thing about her package that was, we've mentioned it a few times, but it's truly disconcerting to me. The way that she will sit there and just say nice things about Craig. I can't remember what the impetus for it was, but all of a sudden she was just like, oh, I think, not Craig, sorry, Austen. Oh, I think Austen is this. I think Austen is that. And then literally, it was basically, she said all these nice things and Andy was like, do you have anything nice to say about Salley? I'm not saying this is exactly how it went, but if we're dumbing it down. And Austen's like, I love the sneakers she wears.
Yeah.
What? Like, he is so rude to you. How on earth could you want to, I don't know, that.
Because that's how, like, again, I can't, like, it's a very familiar thing to me. I'm watching her and going, I've seen this, I've felt this, I've done this.
Never let a guy do that to you.
No, but there's something about, like, she doesn't, like I said earlier, like she doesn't care how she comes off. She doesn't care what people think. Right now, all she wants to do is do anything to like not be in love with Craig Conover anymore. Like that, because this is just my theory. Like this is how I feel about this. So it's not always going to make sense, because if you can't get on board with that, then like nothing else I say about this is going to make a ton of sense. But all she wants to do is get over this heartache, this like being like waking up and going to sleep thinking about this other guy. And so she's putting everything into this guy. Like do you even remember, like this is probably not the best analogy, but like after my divorce and after Seth, I can't remember, but like dating somebody from home and being like, he's this, he's this, he's this, he's this. And then and you were just like, okay. Yeah. Like, but you're being very kind about it. But like,
I knew my girl had to do her thing.
Yeah. And then I was just like, and then like, I feel like like a month later or something, I'm like, oh, I saw him again. I forgot I was on drugs. I forgot. That's why we had such a great time. We were doing all those drugs. Yes, and you were like, I thought it might be something like that.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, so there was just something about like, it was a safe, like I just didn't care. I didn't like, this person didn't mean anything to me that like, I just wanted to get out of where I was and move into this other thing. Yeah. And so like, it didn't matter to me, all the things that like, and he wasn't treating me that way at all. So like, like I said, I know it's a bad analogy, but when you so badly want to just shift out and evolve out of like this current conundrum that you're in, this current thing that's like I said, you're waking up and going to bed thinking about something.
It's addiction transfer.
Yeah,
like
it is.
You're tired of being all hung up on Craig. So it's like, great, let me just get hung up on Austen and see how that.
Because I'm not really hung up on him, but I'm just going to go and try to make something happen here.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till I make it. But like, you don't care. If you don't really care about the person, then like, it's not that you don't care how they're treating you. Like you should, but like you it's possible that you don't. It's possible that you just don't hold them to the standard that you would. Oh, there's a dog fight outside. Minnie didn't like it. Minnie didn't like it at all.
Oh my God. Over the weekend, a friend of mine sent me a video of this dog. It was super cute, but they were just like doing a little growl thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on the couch and I play the video and B was in a full panic.
Yeah.
Like puffed up. Her poor little heart started racing. She's looking around.
Yeah.
Like all the other cats are passed out and B's like, and I'm telling her, it's okay. It's in the phone. I'm trying to explain to her, like, but she does speak the English. And I'm like, it's in the phone, B, don't worry. She was worried.
She was worried. I thought you were bringing a cat today.
I know, I forgot her at home because I had so much work to do today.
I figured that was going to happen.
And I had fraud. Stop. If you do fraud, do better. Like, because you're clearly smart. I don't know how you got all of my bank account information and stole $7,000.
Did they give it back? Not the frauders, but did the bank?
No, they're gonna, because none of it was my.
Yeah.
You could see, like, it wasn't charges for me.
Yeah.
But like, I always think use your powers for good and not evil.
Yeah.
You're this smart. You figured this out. Like, do this and make money the honest way.
Yeah.
And I just think being fraudulent on any level is absolutely disgusting.
No, totally.
Sorry, didn't mean
so
to.
does Minnie.
Yeah, Minnie.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one up is Whitner. And I am very nervous about this guy coming back. I feel like the more I hear from him, the less I am into him. And I started the season super strong with like, who is this guy? I'm very interested. Gets up at 5 a.m. Like, you know, when you're dating someone and it's like the first date, the second date, and you're coming home telling your friends like, oh my God, like he speaks 4 languages and he lived in Barcelona for 3 years, not because he was in school, but because he just wanted to have this experience and he taught himself Spanish. And like, you're bragging about all these great things. And he wakes up at 4 a.m. and runs with his rescue dog. And then by like, it doesn't even take you that long. You're like maybe on date 3 or 4 now. And you're like, it's like nails down a chalkboard every time I have to hear him speak. Like, that's the about face that I've done with Whitner. And I just feel like he was like posturing a lot. And it felt very braggadocious. Like when he's sitting there saying like, oh, I've got all these DM slides. And I don't, you know, that saying money talks, wealth whispers. I just feel like it's like, Whitner, we get it. You're on a show now. People are definitely going to be sliding.
Have you met Wes Wilson?
Yeah, but he got asked he got asked a question, what's the most unusual part? And that was his response, was the DMs. The amount of DMs was the most unusual part. He wasn't bragging about it.
But it came off braggadocious to me.
And it came off like I feel like everyone's going to be like, God, Natalie's really obsessed with experience. But it just sounded like no one, if Charleston has a ratio that we always talk about and no one has slid into your DMs and like, this is all new to you, then like, what is wrong with you? Like it's weird because you clearly have known this crew for a while. So like, even if like you're not the guy on TV, like you're friends with all the, like you're running in the circle. So like no one's,
and it's like 8 women to 1 dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if he was talking about like, oh, I don't ever get a DM, and then I got all these DMs. Now, I think it's the type of DMs. Like he said, it was like I got one DM that literally laid out the proposition of like, I mean, to me, what I heard was somebody DM'd and was like, here's what you're going to do to me all night long. And then proceeded to be like, but don't become a boy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I'm not trying to defend him. I think I was saying it a week or two ago, like I think his thing is he's cocky and a mansplainer to everybody, like an everything splainer. Like he thinks he knows more than you do. Maybe he does, but like don't act like it. So I think that's what's wrong with Whitner is a little too family obsessed. And I don't mean to say that like a dicky. That's a bad thing, but it can be a weird thing. And then I think he's just thinks he's smarter and better than everybody. So I don't think he was weird. I don't think the fact that, oh, now he's getting DMs was the thing. I think the fact that it was the type of DMs and the explicit nature of the DMs.
Yeah, but I still think that it doesn't matter if he's talking about all these DM slides or now like some company approached him for a brand deal or talk about this men's shampoo or whatever. I just think all of a sudden he thought that he was this big swinging dick and had this very odd energy to him where it's like, do you not, I can't see you. You're in Greg's shadow. Yeah. Like, do you not realize we have no idea who you are because you've basically given us nothing all season and now you're coming out the gate being like, I got these, like, oh, they're all unsolicited. Like, right. A DM slide by definition is unsolicited. It's someone just shooting their shot. And it's, and to have a bit more humility about it, to say, it's like when someone's like, oh my God, Natalie, like, you look so beautiful. Thank you so much. Like, oh, I get it all day. I've gotten it all day. It's such a good hair day.
DMs I'm getting about it.
Right. That's right. Like, I just think you could have a bit more of a soft-handedness when you're talking about stuff like that. Being like, honestly, I was surprised that, like, you know, overnight, all of these people were sliding into my DMs, which is lovely. It's always nice for someone to think like you're cute or whatever. It's always nice
to see a new set of boobs. What's it?
Unsolicited.
Unsolicited. Yeah. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah. I just think he was coming at it like he was, you know, Tom Brady. And it's like, I don't, maybe the tone is off here.
I think it's, for me, it is something about, if that's what you're choosing to say is like the craziest thing or whatever. And then to like, he already had like the story prepared. It felt like, it's like that to me tells me that you're not the guy. Like you don't think, I'm sorry, I don't even know how to articulate this. You know that you're going to get some kind of question like that. And you could tell that answer was a prepared answer. He had thought about it and like really presented it in a way that was like, he thought this was going to be a real banger of a story and whatever. And like the guy that I am like looking at with eyes is like, that's not the story he would tell. It would be something totally different. It would be much more creative. It would be much more like, almost like just like weird, like just something, I don't know, just like something offbeat. Like it just
oddly endearing about
oddly endearing. And just like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Like it just reaffirms why he's single. I think it just, we're all wondering why you're single, and now you've reaffirmed even more that like, yes, you are. It's, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I think you understand what I'm saying.
It's funny because you know, like I'm on all the apps and people very kindly are like, oh, I know this guy, let me set you up, which I'm grateful. Don't stop until I get enough. And you know, someone was like, oh, here's this guy, I think you should talk to him, whatever. So we start talking, and I had a very good, you know, few days of, you know, text, talk, whatever. And it very quickly for me went off the rails when we actually were like on the phone having conversations. And this was someone who is maybe one of the smartest people I've ever spoken to. Like, you know, I don't know what the exact number is, but let's say you need like 210 credits to graduate college. This person had 400 credits, you know, spoke multiple languages, had different, a multitude of degrees in varying areas.
Yeah.
And was super impressive and had done very well for themselves. Very, very well. And it's like, I feel bad saying like, because I think it's a terrible thing to be like, oh, this is why you're single. Because if someone says that to me, I'm just like, you don't know. You don't know. Today she told me, he's like, God, you are picky. I'm like, yeah, obviously. Yes. Hello. But at any rate, like it did give me an opening, a window into why maybe this person hadn't found their person, because I was like, oh, these are like prickly areas that you're prickly qualities that you're exhibiting. And it just, and I feel like that's the kind of zone that we're in with Whitner now. It's like, oh, that's like, you present so well at first with like this beautiful home and this lovely family and your dog and the running and you're a lawyer. But like now the way you're talking about things makes me have the ick a little bit.
Now all those things that you have are only a disservice to you, because they're only reminding me with a highlighter that you still haven't found a partner in a town that has an 8-to-1 ratio. Like, I'm sorry, but now I can't, like, you got to prove me wrong at this point, because like, you think you're coming out swinging, but you're actually, I'm literally I'm looking at you and dissecting you in a way that I don't know. It maybe isn't fair, but like when he speaks, I'm like, oh, that's everything he says. Oh, that's why. Oh, I get it. Like,
I will say this, and I'm so not the devil's advocate. That's the dude to my left. Let's give him the B of the D for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
I read somewhere that his fiance and him broke up because she cheated on him, allegedly.
Why
just
do
say
you
that
cheat on
that's-
that guy?
So I'm
Not
just,
that any cheater should be, not that anything excuses it. I'm just saying, like, you were getting married to this guy who has all these things and is all these things and has all these qualities and whatever.
also,
Like,
let's just say
and
maybe
you're
this-
still searching.
But also, I do think there are people that like just so badly want to get married to like the good on paper guy, and they say yes, but they don't actually have
Yeah.
like the connection and whatever. So we're giving him the B of the D. And how did that get there?
Did you put that on her?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Does the camera get it?
That's mean. She doesn't
it's so
like
cute.
that.
It's like putting a kick me sign on her. No, it's not.
Yeah,
it was actually
it is
cute.
like a kick me sign.
It's not. It's a little crown.
Yeah, it's her mini tin hat because she got it from her mama.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
sorry.
it's cool.
Yeah. So point being is just that like let's just say like she said yes when she shouldn't have, and you know, and
Yeah.
she went and cheated as opposed to breaking up with him. There could be a part of him that's like trying to walk into this situation now being this big swinging dick because it's like, yeah, see what you lost, and like wants to make her
Yeah.
jealous. So the door is not closed on me liking Whitner. I'm just it's closing, and
Yeah.
next season he needs to really show up and show out. And
Yeah.
is that the saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show up or show out. There's also something because I just keep trying to think of like all the issues that we've had with all the issues Craig has had with like his immediate like close best friends. Like I wonder what would happen if they brought Corey on more full time and like let that be kind of like his bro in arms, you know, because I think that all of these, well, mostly it's mostly Craig and Austen. They're having such a hard time being cool around each other. Like they seem to bring out the worst in each other. They seem to have a lot of unresolved things that like that are just they're just triggering, setting off triggers for each other like all the time.
Yeah.
And like I
think that is real.
yeah. And I would like to see even Austen with someone else and not Shep, because Shep is Shep, but like there needs to be an infusion of new blood. And I'm wondering like if they've got anyone on deck that they would bring in for either of them to just like to just be someone else, because the dynamic here is ruining everything, you know?
I have to say, I don't think Corey wants to be a mainstay on one of
Really?
these shows. Yeah, because you know, they say it all the time, like with the Housewives, it's so good to be a friend of because you get to do all the stuff and go on the trips and whatever and like be on the show and get that
The clout
billboard
kind of?
basically
Yeah.
for like whatever you're doing in your life. Here's my brand, here's whatever. Without the drama, because they're not expecting you to carry these storylines if you're not a main character. Or like a regular.
Yeah.
Series regular is what they used to call it when it was acting. Anyway, in my day, but when you were a guest star, like you just came in, had fun, and like could leave and then
Got
go
all the
do
good jokes and
That's
then
right.
bounce.
Yes, and could do other shows and all
Yeah.
that shit. Will and Grace were just doing Will and Grace.
Yeah.
So at any rate, because he's been on these shows, I think he's fantastic whenever he's on. He was so good on Summer House. Remember, he got with that girl and they dated for a minute. Like I was very invested in that love story.
I was too.
Yes, and then he showed up a little bit, I think, on Winter House.
Yeah.
And now he's popping into Southern Charm a little bit. So it's like, I feel like they had to have, he's cute. He is showing up doing stuff that like moves the story forward. He has interesting points of view.
I mean, he's kind of a tool, but like I think Craig needs a tool.
But like that's what I mean. Interesting. I'm not saying like he's like the next member of Mensa. I just mean like he's got his specific brand.
Yeah.
And he is that.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have the problem that we have. And because we've obviously known Venita for many years, which can work against you. Like he seems to be authentic to who he is with the pearls and the suit with no shirt on.
Yeah. And
so
there's no competition between these two. Like they're so different. They would be looking for different women, different experiences. Like I think that he could help bring Craig out of like when Craig and Austen go out together, they're both just judging each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Like whatever you do, whoever you're talking to, oh, that's such a girl Craig would talk to, or that's such a girl Austen would, or like, of course he's going to take, like, oh, how is that? Like, and then they needle each other the next day. Like, I would love to see Craig. Like, I feel like a guy like Corey would let Craig let his hair down, you know, and like
Corey's not threatened by
he's
Craig.
not, and
He's a
neither of them
super
are threatened by
confident dude.
each other. Yeah,
No.
Craig doesn't want to be Corey, and Corey, I don't know if Corey wants to be. It seems like Corey's on his own wavelength too. Like, Craig and Austen are just too much. Like, I mean, I think it's mainly Austen trying to get on Craig's page, you know, and then Craig being annoyed by all the shit talking, little snickering on the side that he has to deal with. And so then he fights back and then it ruins everything. I would really love a new edition next year.
I would too, and I would love for it to be Corey, but I'm telling you, like, he's now been on 3 of these shows, and I think he likes just bopping around, coming in, going to the cool party, maybe getting laid, being that guy that gets the clout from being on these shows.
Yeah.
The social media following, all that stuff. I'm like, no, I'm just going to go do my gyms and get laid and find some hot chick to settle down with when I feel like it.
Well, casting call. We need a casting call.
So the next, they kind of like had Charlie and Whitner share a package, which was ridiculous to me because Charlie had so much more to talk about.
Yeah.
She really did have a very strong first season. And we start out of the gate in this package with the Salley, Craig of it all.
Yeah.
It's so much. So I actually think that this is a good part to cut for one and then y'all head over to part 2.
If you don't see part 2 right away, it's just because I fell asleep. But it will be up. Part 1 will definitely be up at a normal time at 5 a.m. PST, 8 a.m. EST. But if you don't see part 2 right away, just keep checking back. I'm doing my best.
Yeah. Wow, we really left him on a
4 hours from
cliffhanger.
now.
What?
That's 4 hours from now.
I'm going to have part 1 up by then. I'm going to...
I really hope people stay to the end of the show because I really think the last 5 minutes is like top of the tops.
But this is all going at the part 1.
Oh, okay. So stay tuned for the end of the show though, because it's just as good as this.